now maybe, just maybe, John Pryor, the attorney for Chad Daybell, can find a way to get a little extra time before the April 1st planned start date of the Chad Daybell trial in Ada County. John Pryor is seeking additional time now to address recently revealed scientific evidence potentially impacting the trial, scheduled to begin April 1st. The defense's request for the trial delay, which was made on January 31st, cited the emergence of new scientific evidence. However, the prosecution in response objected to the motion, expressing uncertainty over the specific evidence referred to by Pryor, as it was not listed in very great detail. Which kind of just tells me it's like, let's throw shit at the wall and see what sticks right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting to, goodness, right now we're 10 days away from March. I mean, this is coming.
Well, I mean, he's been dragging his feet. He missed the discovery deadline. He's already told the judge he doesn't feel he's qualified to do a capital case, even though he's known it as a capital case. I just think he wants out, and I'm almost wondering if this is all to create an appellate issue down the road when he can eventually say, I'm out. Prosecutors indicated a potential connection to items found in an FBI report related to the case against his wife, Lori Vallow-Daybell, as well as pictures of fingerprints belonging to Alex Cox, another FBI report intended for Chad's trial. Despite this, they affirm that they do not intend to utilize information from the Arizona case during Chad's trial, and much of the other evidence is already part of the Idaho case. Chad, of course, faces serious charges, including conspiracy to commit murder in connection with the deaths of Lori Vallow-Daybell's two children, J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan, as well as the murder and the death of his former wife, Tammy Daybell. The April 1st start date still in stone as of right now, pending resolution for the defense's request and any sort of proceedings that may happen now down the road. We'll just have to see if the judge grants this motion at all. But I mean, this is not a whole lot really to look at, and I don't really feel like it really changes anything. It just feels like, hey, we found something we can say we need more time to look at.
Yeah, and, it's an interesting way to delay things. It might delay it here and there. So, next week, do we get another, hey, we need more time for this. We need more time for that.
Yeah.
It's just going to be picking and choosing.
In a death penalty case, you're going to be more apt to go along with some of these requests than other cases, just because it's going to be more tight on an appellate issue there than it would be if it wasn't a death penalty case. So it'd be interesting to see what the judge does. The judge already very much seems like he's very much no nonsense and kind of has it, like, nope, we're not going to do this. You should have known this already. You should have already had this information reviewed. But again, John Pryor saying to the judge a couple weeks ago, it's just me. I can't find a second chair, even though the state has allotted money for a second chair. And he's not getting paid. So he doesn't even really want to be doing it anyhow. So I just think this whole thing is being set up to fail as it is, where it's just pretty much knows this is going to be a guilty verdict. There's no sense in trying to plea. I mean, the only reason to plea would be is if they can get death off the table and then just go for the life sentence and call it a day. That's a win, I think, at this point for the Chad Daybell camp. I cannot imagine there's any path forward in which Chad Daybell would not be found guilty of these charges. It's just too blatant. It's too much of a slam dunk. There's just far too much evidence pointing to him. So when you're met with that and you're not even a capital qualified attorney, I guess you're just going to go for delays and hope for the best that a technicality will basically save the life of Chad Daybell.
That's a lot to throw at an attorney, especially if he's not qualified to be dealing with this type of case. Mm-hmm. That's a lot to put on his lap.
But again, kind of should have known, kind of did know, kind of stayed there far, I guess, past what he wanted to. I don't know what he was hoping for. If he thought there would be like some sort of GoFundMe for Chad Daybell that would suddenly replenish his coffers and then he could make money off of it, or what, or just maybe the fame and fortune and attention that he was hoping to get to look at him as a very qualified, great attorney that's taking on a very tough case. That spotlight also never really turned on very bright. Just really makes him walk away looking like the kind of pathetic attorney for Chad Daybell. So
yeah, I guess time's going to tell. I'd like to see this case get underway and get it over with, because it, like you said, it's basically a slam dunk. I can't imagine they're going to present something that we don't already know.
But if it's an inadequate representation, which I'm kind of thinking they might be going for, we're going to be hearing about Chad Daybell for many years to come.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advanced access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
You get every episode commercial-free,
so you can binge on true crime
until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.